Soulful family, how y'all doing? What's going on? YouTube, YouTube, welcome back to another episode, another live on the channel. Y'all know where we express our individuality through the vice of fragrance. Like the soul, every fragrance can be unique. Blessings to everybody. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. I see we got one in the chat. What's going on, Rock Boy? We in here, but we're gonna go ahead talk a little fragrance today. Today we're gonna talk signature scents for the women. Like, if I don't know if you haven't seen, the most recent video I done posted. It was talking about women's scents and how I came about doing this live was simply I just thought about over the last couple of I say weeks to a month or so, been helping a lot of women in my family, mom, sister, close female friends and things of that nature, find new signature scents. So I figure, why not do a live, do some videos, bring a little bit more awareness to some great, unisex, feminine leaning, feminine fragrance in general, or, you know, this that style fragrance. So the women out there, they can have some more options. So figured I hit up my main man, Gems, because I knew he would have some good fragrances to put on, to put out there for the ladies as well. So we're gonna chop it up a little bit while my man's get ready. Y'all let me know, what y'all wearing, what y'all sending the days today. Me, in honor of the video, I went with my decant 10 ml of Narco Oasis from the house of Narcotica. If y'all don't know, this is a banger. Unisex all the way. Some people say it leans feminine, but I think it's unisex all the way. The fruits from the blood orange, the black currant, um, the peach, all the way down to the caramel, brown sugar, vanilla. Bruh, Claude blends did this to perfection, straight up like that. So this is another one. Was definitely would have been perfect for this list, but since I only have a decant of it, I figured it'd be an honorable mention, and I wear it as my scent of the day today. Y'all can definitely tap in and let me know what y'all wearing, who we got in here so far. Will was good, my boy. Shouting out to Rock Boy T. Rock Boy T. He said he went Fleur's Tango Boy. I heard about that one, Rock Boy. I haven't tried it though. I see my man's Jim's getting himself ready. You can let me know. Hit me with a thumbs up whenever you're ready, James. William said sin of the day was Green Giant. And the sin of the evening is Sangria Oak. I heard that Sangria Oak was one of the ones. I got still got a sample of that what is it called? Regular Sangria. I said I need to get a sample of that Sangria Oak to see which one I'm gonna buy. I heard, it's competition for sure. If anybody tried, compared either one of those, let me know what y'all think, which one the better one. Was good. Dang, my guy, son of the day, Hachi White Etch. That's a banger. In my opinion, it's better than the original. That's just me. That's just me. Got a nice cold, sipping on some tequila. James, let me know whenever you're ready. All right. Without further ado, y'all know I'm in the community. Guys are doing this for a good little minute. Funny character. He be wilding out sometimes. Sending things to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, none other than my guy Hidden Gems. Welcome to the stage. What's good, my
What's good?
guy?
What's good?
Nothing much. You ain't seen none of Puerto Rico lately, have you?
No, man, no, man. As a matter of fact, it's a funny thing. I hadn't sent anything to Puerto Rico, but I have been wearing my genre perfumes when in Puerto Rico, and yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
been me Cabo flashbacks, man. I gotta make a trip out to Puerto Rico. I've never been out there.
Oh yeah. It's crazy because I was supposed to be going later this year, but the people I was going with, I had to let them know that they got the same weather kind of as the East Coast, North Carolina, Virginia area. So I had to let them know that that's the end of hurricane season. So
Yeah,
I don't know if they really want to go around that time. So we gonna see. I might have to
it's,
push it back,
yeah,
but
man. No, no, I definitely get that, man. I'm looking to head out there somewhere early in our summer, probably what they usually say around March, something like that.
okay.
Is that I want to say
And
I think it was they told me around March or something, but we'll see. But I got to make my way out there.
oh yeah, what fragrance from genre you said you was wearing? Or
Oh, today I'm just clean skinned, man. But I was wearing that when in Puerto Rico.
oh,
It's
okay,
been
okay.
it's been a pretty good staple in my little collection, man. I had bought two of them, so now I'm using up the last bit of my little 10 mil that I got over there, and I had to make that myself. The first one I dropped and bust like half of it, so I took the other half and put it in there and put in a little decant. So I had about 40 mils in there, and I'm wearing that out. But man,
Okay.
John Parfums, baby.
Oh yeah. I was mad I missed the last sale window they had because I was gonna grab the I think it's Black Apple.
Oh man, beautiful.
Yeah.
As
I
a matter
was
of fact, I had that on last night.
I hold on, give me 1 second.
You good? You good? I was gonna say I had that on last night with my up and coming signature body oil.
Oh, okay. You making some body oils?
Man, look, we got a little thing coming out. Me, Razor, Kicks, and Dedrick. We got a little thing coming out with Jay Chantel.
Okay, okay.
And she, we've been working on this. I think I've been working on mine for close to a year, like at least 8 or 9 months. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we all came up with our own signature body oil that kind of speaks for us and what we particularly like in the fragrance realm. And yeah, man, she
Okay.
finally released them to us. Not they're not for sale yet, but she released them to us so that we could see. And man, I mean, they're all pressure, but
Yeah,
of course,
I'm gonna have to tap in. I rock with the body oils now, so I'm gonna have to tap in for sure.
I'll let you know, man, for sure.
You said as you,
But
Razor,
yes, sir. So we talked
Dedrick,
about yep, me, Razor, Dedrick, and Kicks Griffey.
Kicks. Okay, I know my man Kicks. But yeah, today, like I said, we talking women, unisex, leaning feminine fragrances, or all around straight feminine fragrances that we have and we wear as men that can be great signature scents, for the women out there. Because like I was telling the chat when I first hopped on, I've been helping my mom, sister, close friends, and women, find new signature scents. They've been wanting to switch it up, wanting to smell something different, and that's what inspired the video that I ended up putting out. I was supposed to put it out earlier this week, but I had some things, took me some time to get it edited, but I put it out today, and that was made me want to hit you up because I wanted to do a live, because I realized I had many more that I could you know recommend to the ladies out there.
For sure.
So I figured, let me find somebody who I think got the same, not necessarily the same style, but who can also present, other recommendations for this style of video. So of course, I had to hit you up, G.
Hey man, I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. Especially being considered for this live, man. Hopefully I won't disappoint.
I'm sure you won't, brother. I'm sure you won't. Like I said, there's there's no way to disappoint. There's no wrong answer. Everything is subjective and opinionated. So if we feel it's that, then that's what we feel. Nobody can tell us different. Their opinion can be just their opinion.
True, true, true.
So let's. You want to kick it off first, or you want me?
I can go ahead and talk about it. I will say this though, touching on signature sense, everybody seems to have a different definition for signature sense. Some people say it's something that you can consistently wear. Some people, like myself, I say there's multiple signature scents because the
I do too.
signature is based on how I feel that day, I guess,
Okay.
or sometimes I base it on what type of mood it puts me in. So I have like a signature scent for when I'm happy, when I need to be uplifted. You know what I'm saying? Usually something citrusy, etc. But on today, since we're going with signature unisex, more feminine leaning fragrances, I tried to find fragrances that I particularly like. That I've gotten a lot of compliments from women that I've dated, been around, friends or whatnot, and
Okay.
some that have actually gone out there and bought these fragrances. As a matter of fact, and typically, to be honest with you, they typically lean towards a almost a sexual, sensual for a guy fruit,
Yeah.
but for women, women just like fruity, fruity fragrances in a sense. But several of the ones I've gotten definitely have keynotes of one of my favorite fruits, and that is of course plum. So we'll
Okay.
start off with one from plum today. All right.
Let's do it.
All right. Now, this is one of my favorites, and don't let the den fool you. Everybody who knows, if you've been following and watching me and Jason and the past lives, and now Chrome is on, you know that I had a decant of this. All right. I haven't gotten a chance to wear it since I bought it because it's been warm outside, but trust me, this winter it's going to be overly used. This is from Atelier d'Ors,
Okay.
Soray. For those who like, you can see the gold dust, what I'm saying, the gold flakes in there.
That's
But
tough.
yeah,
That's
man,
tough.
this right here, beautiful fragrance. I can't remember where I first heard this. I want to say probably bow tie, but I'm not exactly sure. And this
Okay.
one, man, beautiful, beautiful, bro. Let me read the notes to you, man. You got a plum, a cinnamon, you got jasmine, dates, patchouli, heliotrope, vanilla, Peru balsam, all right, guaiac wood, and sandalwood. Now, the woody notes and whatnot definitely come alive on the dry down, deeper
Okay.
into the fragrance. But off top, you're going to get a thick, dark plum, all right, along with a
Mm.
spicy, sweet but spicy cinnamon, all right. Some of the heliotrope that you'll get in here kind of lightens it. I think it makes it a little lighter of a fragrance, not so dark on the dry down, not so
Okay.
heavy. But you also get dates in here, which is another one of my favorite notes. All right. Don't see it in a lot of fragrances that I hear people talking about, but definitely one of my favorite notes, especially in Middle Eastern fragrances, because dates, being in the Middle Eastern community or being around them, dates is like a delicatessen, almost like an everyday snack for them. So
Okay.
between eating and smelling them on a daily basis at one point in my life, man, I really like it, man.
So the
But this right
dates
here, beautiful, man,
is
beautiful.
this the cinnamon in that is it like more in like in the background, like an undertone note, or how does that cinnamon? Because I enjoy cinnamon in fragrances, but it can be a little much if it's if it's too much in the forefront to my nose.
I'll tell you this: the cinnamon is not in the forefront. It's actually pretty well blended. You're going to
Okay.
get heavy dates and cinnamon in here. All right. And the cinnamon, it kind of warms it up. At the same time, it brings a little bit of spice to it, but it warms it up for the most part. But it's well blended with those two, with the plum and the dates. Um,
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be something that just sticks out. And because I've had some cinnamon that's been rough and it's almost burnt my nose, kind of like
Yeah.
what is one of the other fragrance notes or whatnot that's spicy. But no, this is actually well blended. It's a little easier on the nose. All right, you're gonna get it amongst the plum and dates. It's not gonna really stand out in the front. So in here, you're definitely gonna enjoy this. I believe so. But this is a darker, thicker natured fragrance. So if you do wear it
Okay.
during the summer, which I've done a few times, 2 sprays is all I really
I was
needed.
just about to say go light on the sprays.
And yeah, but during the winter, 6, and they're gonna smell you outside. I mean, you're gonna have literally a sillage like Pepe Le Pew. This stuff is strong.
Not so famous Spencer. He said he loved the plum and date combo. And he said he's
Yeah.
looking forward to it for the fall.
Oh
And
yeah. It's definitely a beautiful fragrance, man. I'm telling you.
oh yeah, he said his scent of the day is Energizer. Seemed like a lot of people been wearing that lately, ever since Ross finally got his nose on it, and him and Jason was talking about it in one of Ross's lives. Seemed like a
What one is that?
Energizer from
Energizer.
yeah. Seemed like I mean like I done seen it a few times. Certain people talk about it, but it seemed like ever since Ross live, I've been seeing a lot more Instagram posts, YouTube posts and stuff about the fragrance.
You
And
know, it's interesting that you say that because I remember when Jason got it, and before that, it was a couple of guys on our Instagram page, Instagram friends, Two Langley, uh,
okay,
God Body Kev. I think he has it. It's interesting because a lot of guys in the space in my corner, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not sure who everybody follows, but a
yeah,
lot of guys in my corner, prior to us actually getting into the house and really seeing Energizer, they had it. You know what I'm saying? Hood Sense NYC, several of them, they've had it, and they were wearing it out at one point. But it has made some waves in our little cul-de-sac recently,
yeah,
like over
it
the
has.
past 6 months to maybe a year.
Yeah, I can see that. It was when I first when who was it, not Bowtie, EQ first did started talking about like Blue Sapphire and Faith. That's when I started seeing people talk about Energizer as well. Then it kind of died down, but it just seemed like you said, the last couple of months or so, it seemed like it had a reemergence. Could be because it's just the season for it, but
Yeah,
I definitely see the emergence for it. So
I agree
uh,
with Spence, man. I agree with Spence. He said it's a banger. He also
oh
said it
yeah,
came out in 2008. My first experience was it was on accident. I was just up at Neiman Marcus smelling any and everything, and I went over there. Now, funny thing is, you can find it on discounters for a really good price. But my
yeah.
butt went up to Neiman's, and I looked at that price. I was like, "Oh hell no! Oh hell no!" But
I think
it's good. It's
I
good.
think it's Charm that said that real friends don't let real friends pay retail. So I don't know why you wouldn't have looked at the price in Neiman's anyway. It's straight discounts.
Look, you gotta understand though. You got to make some friends in the space. You know what I'm saying? Some of them got to be at the store. So every once in a while, you go to Neiman's, you go to Nordstrom's, and you talk to these people. They give you decants and whatnot, and you got to buy a
True.
fragrance from them at full price at some point. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
Keep the
true.
relationship going.
I had to get the limonada at almost full retail. It was close enough, but
Okay.
you was explaining how you interpret signature scent, and for me, I look at signature scent in a similar way to you as far as either my mood as well as
So,
by the season, because a signature scent you can be an all year long fragrance, but at the same time with people who got collections like us, is like you got signature scents for a season. So I might have a signature scent for the summer, the winter, fall, spring, and then I mix everything else in. So that's pretty much how I was looking at it when I was doing this list. And he said, I think it was Seuss that said,
Yeah,
"Damn, oh yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah,
definitely Zeus. That sounds like
that's
Zeus.
definitely Seuss." But my first one for me is coming from the house of Zaharoff, and I went with Signature Bloom
Ah, Bloom. Okay.
because with this right here, it does lean. It's unisex, but it does lean feminine. But the myrrh in here keeps it. The myrrh and sandalwood keeps it from really being too feminine. But it's a white floor, dominant, light citrus undertones, and then you have that myrrh and incense. Some of the notes in here, I just pulled it up. You got gardenia, star jasmine, coconut, orange blossom, peony, yingling, myrrh oud, sandalwood, sugar cane, and bourbon vanilla.
Yeah,
So
that's nice.
like this right here, I can see spring, summer, fall. I'm not sure. I haven't tried it out in the winter, but you can literally wear this style of fragrance as a man or as a woman, literally anywhere. Whether you want to go out to the bar, you want to hit the beach or hit the pool, just going out to work or whatever. It's versatile enough to fit any mood, any situation.
True.
Great CRs, great longevity, gives you a nice CR, scent bubble. So I really think this is one that I enjoy myself, but I do feel the magic on a woman with their skin sending their DNA goes crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've heard good things about that. Several of my friends say that's one of their favorites. My guy Marcel blends and whatnot. Yeah. Spence says he loves it on his skin. Yeah, man. Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, Chief. So had it. I'm surprised. I just looked at the bottle. I didn't realize I had this big a dent in the
Nice
bottle.
with it.
So
Is it a long lasting one? Is it what do you say?
um,
What do you think the longevity is?
on my skin, I've only worn it out once, and it lasted the whole time I was out. So I say about 6, 7 hours. When I was in my truck in a what is the word I'm looking for? Temperature controlled environment. It lasted about a good 8, 9 hours. It lasted my whole work shift that day,
Okay.
and most of my work shifts, it'd be about anywhere from 9 to 10 hours. So I feel like in a temperature controlled environment, it might last a little bit longer. But you outside in that heat, you might not get as much longevity. But for the most part, when I wore it out to that one day outside, I got about 7 hours from it. So this is good enough longevity in my opinion.
Okay. Okay. That's a bet. That's a bet. Man, that's a great choice. That's a great choice. All right.
And it says definitely unisex, lean the film. Yeah, I definitely agree. What you got next for us, Jim?
Um, my next one comes from one of my top three, if not favorite house out there. Um, it is owned by a Middle Eastern, but I forget what style of fragrance blends they are. I think they are Middle Eastern for the most part. But anyway, it comes from the house of Zerjov. All right. Definitely love the house. You know how I feel about them, or at least, you know,
Yeah.
a lot of their bangers and whatnot. But this one right here was brought to my attention only because, man, hearing about Monkey Special, you know what I'm saying? And Tony, I'm sorry, Tony Iommi, right?
Hmm.
Knowing him and whatnot, hearing about him, I wasn't a big fan of the band. I think it was Black Sabbath. I didn't really listen to their music much, but I listened to other bands during that time, Guns N' Roses,
Okay.
some of the other ones, Van Halen. They were kind of in between, but learning that he had a fragrance out, and it was a creation with Zerja, had
Okay.
me intrigued. And this, I had to say, this was maybe a couple of years ago, man. But man, I'm telling you, when I looked up the notes, one of the first things I noticed was one of my it was something new to me, but it was something that I wanted to test out, right? And that was of
Okay.
course the rum and the passion fruit, right?
Ooh.
Now, the Bulgarian rose in here also made me want to see what it was working with, right?
You said
But
Bulgarian rose?
Bulgarian rose, all right? So you don't need a lot of that to
Hmm.
make yourself known, you know what I'm saying, to make the rose known. And
Yeah,
so
you got my attention now.
yeah, and then of course cinnamon is in here. You know, that's one of my. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's another signature note too, man. That's a note that if I had a signature scent, if I had a number of scents that I prefer to wear, especially during the winter or the summer, plum, rum, cinnamon are probably three of my top ones. You know what I'm saying? Just
Okay.
because I like the way they blend together with other fragrance notes, and I mean, so many of my fragrances have those notes in them. But moving on, these are what I call date night fragrances. You know how I love a date night scent, and even though a lot of people will look at it and say date night, I'm only wearing that on a date. I wear that to work. You know what I'm saying? I wear it every time that I have, for the most part. Most of the times I have, I've always gotten compliments or been recognized by some of the women that I work with. You
Yeah.
know, and I love it. But like I said, second one is Tony Iommi. All right, Monkey Special. Okay,
I
and
haven't
here
tried
it's
that.
it's beautiful, man. I'm telling you. My girl Jewel, she recently picked up one a few months ago. She loves it. But here's the notes: rum, passion fruit, bergamot, gives a little citrus in there. All right, geranium softens it a little bit. Singapore patchouli. Not sure what the Singapore makes it distinct from, but you know, uh, cinnamon, leather. All right, I think the leather really just gives it depth. I don't really pick up like a hard leather note. I think it gives a little bit of depth along with the Bulgarian rose. I
Okay.
think the caramel and vanilla add to the sweetness, but also thicken the fragrance as well. Tonka bean, sandalwood, labdanum. It's going to make it a little lighter. Typically, I think it adds to some of the aromatics in a sense. Depends. And then ambergris and musk. But
Okay.
this blend, I mean, those notes, a lot of those notes, I would think that there will be something a little off-putting at some point. But no, man. I mean, from beginning to end, from start to finish, this is beautiful, man, for real.
I'm glad you explained how the leather came off in there because that was about to be my question. Because I didn't try that fragrance because some people, they said that the leather was prominent, off of their skin when they wore it. So that was, I'm not the biggest fan of leather in fragrances. So I was hesitant. I still haven't even, tried it yet. Got a decant, got my nose on it, anything, just because some people were saying the letter was no prominent in it. So I was like, I ain't gonna waste my time. But if it just gives it, more body and not, dominant in it, then I might have to check it out because I like the rest of the notebook now.
Let me say this. I wonder if maybe they were talking about D5 or
Okay.
Day 5, because that's a Tony Iommi special too. It's months, but it's the darker one. On that one, I got hella leather
And that's
with
the
a
second
tad
one,
bit of
correct?
apple. Yeah, with a tad bit of apple and some other stuff on the dry down. But honestly, on this one, I don't pick up the leather at all. It's sweet, fruity, a little licorice in there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You get that rum. That rum is well blended with that passion fruit. I think they take over the opening more so than anything. You get the little bergamot in there that gives a little citrus, a little citrus tartness or whatnot. But I mean, it just kind of adds to at the same time. It kind of adds to the tartness of the passion fruit. But no, this thing is beautiful, man. I won't lie to you. Hell of a date night. I know a lot of women, like I said, my girl Jewel and a couple other women's, they love it. They wear it. They love how it plays on their skin. I would
Okay.
recommend this as a unisex, but I would recommend it to any woman out there that likes fruity fragrances.
I'm gonna have to get my nose on it then. I was holding off. You saying the letter's not prominent, Spence saying the same thing. So
Yeah.
no, I trust y'all noses. I'm I'm gonna get my nose on it. I think I follow Jules as well on IG, if I'm not mistaken.
Atomizer Snub.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
since you want with the house or Joe, I'm gonna go with, you know, go ahead and go with my one from Joe from the Cosmati line.
All right.
It's pretty popular. I think those in the community, they know about it already, but other people outside of the community might not know, and that's Lyra, which is to me, this is all the way feminine, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it. A citrus vanilla fragrance that I love a fragrance where the citrus can be prominent, but plays in the background. The notes on this one: blood orange, bergamot, lavender. The cinnamon in here is very in the background, so it gives just a little bit of kick. Then you got jasmine, vanilla. The caramel in here sweetens it up, but it's definitely more vanilla citrus based fragrance with some light spice. It's beautiful. As much as I like it on my skin, it's just amazing coming off a woman, and
Definitely.
I can't get enough of it. That's Ciars that they have. You can wear that. Well, a woman, they can wear that date night to the club or just chilling around the house, and they got me just like that. That's one of those fragrances. I smell it now, and we got to have a conversation.
True. True.
What's going on, Christine? Appreciate you for stopping by. Center of the day is Tom Ford's Soli Niche. I smelled that recently. That's a banger. I actually got a decant of that. I was able to swindle the guy at the store to go ahead and give me a decant of that. I still got to get the wearing experience though.
Is it Nage or is it Soleil Beige?
Nage.
Is it Nage?
Yeah, it's one or the other. I'm a part of the Butcher family, so.
I could be wrong with my darn self. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I was deemed a cousin of the Butcher family my darn self months ago, a year ago. Yeah, so hey, it's all right.
Christine, I see you said you got to head out, getting ready to head out. I appreciate you for stopping by, love. Always good seeing you in the chat.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been seeing her pop in on Kicks Lives and whatnot, man.
Yeah,
man, always active in there.
yeah.
Love,
Her and Spence is two names I always see in my lives. Always keeping the chat going.
Oh yeah, Spence always showing love, man. I just hate that so many times I'm not able. At first, when I was working overnight, I was able to hop in his lives and whatnot. But now that your boy got a day job, man, I ain't able to see much of nobody's lives.
It be
Barely
like that.
my own darn lives.
Yeah, I was looking forward seeing if y'all was gonna go live for Simple Saturdays. I didn't know if y'all was, but you said you was free, so I was like, okay, they might
Well,
not be doing the live today.
Kroom has a couple of things going on. He has some big things happening for him right now. So it's been it's been a rough week. We're coming around to it. I made some plans, scheduled some people, got to reach back out to some other people. But trust me, it's coming back. It's just look, even though I've been at this job for a few months, people understand how tough it is to go from years, almost a decade of working overnight, and
Oh
now
yeah,
and now I'm at a job where I'm working during the, there's no coming out of it. You just people understand. Even this day, I get sleep and my body still fights me to stay up or go to
it's gonna
sleep.
take time.
I'm still all over the place.
It's gonna take time.
Will said I won't hold my breath. Is he a moderator? Can we get him up out of here?
Who that?
Young Will, the
Oh
so-called.
well, I won't hold my breath.
but no. Hey, that Lyra is a great one. I remember someone told me before I got it, they told me it smelled like is a lemon meringue pie. And when I put it on skin, I could get nuances of it, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, beautiful citrus vanilla. I mean, heading into
I
that
can see
Dijon
that.
honey, but it's a thicker, more gourmandish, you know. It
Yeah,
almost feels whipped. It almost feels whipped in comparison to honey. Honey feels
like
more dry,
a little
aromatic.
bit creamy.
Yes, yes. So it's good, man. It's definitely I see why you chose it, man. And you see why I got a bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, like it's super intoxicating off a woman's skin. So
Most
because I
definitely.
enjoy it off my skin, so I can only imagine, you know, the elegance and the softness of a woman smelling that on them. So yeah,
Great choice, man. Great choice. Hey, might have to
that's
get
one of the ones.
give this to my future girlfriend or fiance or wife. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no. Whenever I get one as well, they'll definitely be welcome to come pick from the stash.
Exactly. All right. So it's my turn though, right?
Yes, sir.
All
Number
right.
three.
Now maybe I hang around some oddball of women. All right. Maybe I hang around oddballs of women. But this next one I chose because it smells gourmandish. All right. However, the dry down kind of throws it off for something. Right. I went ahead and decided to go with something outside of the niche realm. Went ahead and decided to pull up and put. Is that
Would you say?
no? It was something on my screen. But yeah, but I went ahead and decided to go with a designer, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Women with balls is crazy.
I'm saying women, they might be different. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah. Look,
I don't
I
think we. I don't think we in Thailand.
yeah. Nah. None of the lady boys. All right. This comes from the House of Valentino. I chose Valentino Uomo. All right.
Okay. I haven't. It's crazy. I haven't tried anything from the house
What?
because I moved away from designers a little while ago, and I'm just now starting to ease my way back into checking out some more designers. I said I
Man,
want
I
to try.
bought my designers and I'm keeping a lot of them. Look, this right here, get your nose on it. As a matter of fact, you might have to blind buy this or go to like Sense, one of the little decant places and get some because
Okay.
I didn't get this one from the store. I looked all over the place. I couldn't find it at the store, but I was able to order it online. Believe it or not, found a little
Okay.
authentic place that had a little shop on eBay. Went on there, man. Valentino Uomo, bergamot myrtle. Okay, just a little greenery, little green florals or whatnot, right? Hazelnut, chocolate, roasted coffee beans, leather and cedar.
That's
Again,
all right.
man. On skin, in air, you of course get that heavy citrus note, but on skin, you get the citrus, but you also start to pick up a little bit of the hazelnut and the chocolate. Very gourmandish, not so heavy, not so heavy. I think it still has a little bit of aromaticness to it because of the bergamot and the myrtle. I think
Okay.
that actual and I'm clicking on it, man, because look, sometimes the best description is what it tells. So it says a herbal. I say herbal. Uh, camphoraceous. All right, camphoraceous fragrance with sweet and fresh aromatic nuances. Right. So looking at that and looking at how it's described, all right, it still does give a little green aspect, but it does sweeten up the chocolate because the chocolate is not such a chocolate. It's not a milk chocolate for anybody.
Okay.
It's not a milk chocolate, but it's not a dark chocolate either. It's almost kind of like a dry chocolate, kind of those natural chocolates with minimal, if any, sugar in there. All
Okay.
right.
I see what you're saying.
It's more, the sweetness is more rounded by kind of the hazelnut, and I want to say maybe the coffee, if anything. But the
Mm.
chocolate is noticeable. It's just not giving a sweetness. But this is beautiful on skin. On my skin, it becomes gourmandish, but it wears really well. They do say
Okay.
that there's leather and cedar in here. On the dry down, I definitely get the cedar. On the dry down, I really don't get a distinct leather. Once again, and that's probably why I like it because up until more so recently, I haven't been into leather fragrances, right?
Same.
Where
Same.
leather is a keynote in it. So typically, the fragrances that have leather in it, they really just provide a depth, a density, maybe a roughness to the fragrance when smelt on skin.
Like a
Uh,
balancing note almost.
yeah, more of a texture rather than the actual note itself. And
Makes sense.
that's what I think it does in here. And man, it's beautiful. But again, Valentino Uomo, this has been noted to be a gourmand from the line. I don't, I like that it has gourmand nuances, but just it's just beautiful, man. You should try it. I'd recommend to any female that wants something that's unisex but leans feminine at times, and they like a more a kind of a rougher natured fragrance. I would definitely recommend that from a designer standpoint.
I got you. I'm gonna have to, like I said, I've been diving back into designers because that's where we all start at for the most part.
Yeah,
And like you said, the ones I have, I did keep besides Savage EDT. That
okay.
I gave that away, but for the most part, the rest of them I have kept. It just as I expanded through this journey, I haven't went back to designers because when as I was exploring niche, the designers I was smelling, it wasn't really a comparison, but it's been some good releases that I've been hearing about. I said I'm gonna go to a Sephora or Ulta or whatever and get my nose on a couple of them. So
As a matter of fact, you mentioned it. Sephora might have it. Sephora. I didn't even think about that. You won't find that like a Dillard's or whatnot, but a Sephora, they might actually have it.
yeah, I see the brand in there, so I definitely give it a looks for it. Where I'm at on my third one, so I'm gonna go with one of my favorite, inspired versions of the Baccarat Rouge
Okay.
DNA. Um, it's a little bit more floral, a little bit more sweeter. The vanilla stands out a little bit more, and that's from the House of Mancera. I'm going with Instant Crush. Like
Instant.
this is the Baccarat DNA itself is beautiful, but I enjoy what Mancera really did with this, adding a little bit more floors, making the vanilla in here, a little bit more dominant. The ginger stands out on my to my nose as well. But just to read off, the notes, we got saffron, ginger, Sicilian mandarin, Sicilian bergamot, amberwood, Moroccan rose, Egyptian jasmine, Indonesian patchouli leaf,
Mm.
Madagascar vanilla, white musk, sandalwood, and oak moss. I really don't get too much oak moss in here. I really get the fruits very, they very subtle. I get the saffron, I get the vanilla, the ginger, and the musk for the most part. But everybody knows with what the Baccarat Rouge DNA does, how mass appealing people enjoy it. If you take that DNA, add a little bit of vanilla, a little spice from ginger, and some rose, and you got what you got with Instant Crust. Just a beautiful fragrance, definitely inspired by the Baccarat Rouge DNA. If you don't want to smell exactly like Baccarat Rouge because everybody wearing it,
Yeah.
this to me is a good twist, especially for the ladies because this is unisex but does lean a little bit more to the feminine side. And Mancera doesn't disappoint in performance or projection. It is a beast. It will fill a room if you spray too much. So, like, that's just one of those ones I feel like everybody knows about as far as the DNA. But if you want to, switch it up just a little bit, because women typically layer 2 and 3 whether it's oils, lotions, or fragrances in general. You don't really got to do that with that because it's already done.
Right.
So
Okay.
that's just one of those ones in in the community that I feel like it's slept on. People it had its time, but it ain't really too talked about anymore.
That boy Spence funny, man. Talk about them girls sweating on the dance floor with that works.
I
For
was just
sure.
about to get to that.
For sure, man.
Hey, we love a good. These days, you gotta be grateful when you see women on the dance floor. Nowadays, they want to hold up the walls like the fellas.
Tay. We're not gonna get into that right now. We're not gonna get into that right now. For sure.
The truth be the truth.
But I have to concur with what you're saying. I will concur with the direction you had there for sure. Because
Oh yeah.
I'm still out there a little bit, just a little bit, and they
Yeah.
don't be on the dance floor. I have to go to the 30 and up clubs. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that they got a full career. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the people in there got a full career at this point.
Dang, I might need to hit the 40 and up clubs. The 30, they acting like they 25, 22 still. So
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but hey.
we ain't gonna go there. We gonna keep talking these fragrances.
But I will say this about Instant Crush. I got a decant of it off of Fragrance Net.
Okay.
Man, I'll be honest with you. I got a decant of it and Beverly Hills Club by what's the place? What's the brand that does Marshmallow?
Marshmallow?
Marshmallow.
I'm not sure. I never heard of
Unique
that.
Unique Luxury. Unique
Okay.
Luxury had Beverly Hills Club. I got a 10 mil decant of both of those, Beverly Hills Club and Instant Crush. And although they are good fragrances, and I do agree that this would definitely be something that's good, that leans feminine, man, they were both too sweet for me. Like that Instant Crush, that vanilla was a little bit too much at that point in time in my journey. And then that Beverly Hills Club, that darn caramel that it had, my God, it was exhausting how strong it was. Like seriously.
I can
So,
believe it. I can believe
but
it. Especially
but
in the heat.
yeah, but I gave my Beverly Hills Club to my homegirl. She loved it, absolutely loved it. I think a month later she bought a full bottle. The Instant Crush is somewhere in my pile of decants, but a good fragrance. Definitely can tell it's off of the model off of that DNA. With like you said, more vanilla. Definitely great. Definitely great recommendation for sure.
Oh yeah. Unique and luxury just have some bangers in general.
You just gotta like you gotta like something that's gonna project and that's gonna have uh, a ton of longevity. Because when I tell you that stuff stays on your skin, I mean you gotta exfoliate that crap off sometimes. When I got chocolate makes me happy, man, chocolate be pissing me off sometimes when I wear it.
I got a one on the way. It didn't make it here on the time for the video, but that Instable, like I think it was Tazo who there was no leading the hype train on that one. I got a sample of that, and that was a banger. I
Yeah.
end up it's unisex. It does lean a little bit feminine. Definitely could have been perfect for this live, but I'm finished with the decant and I didn't have the bottle, so
You
but
talking about the Instable?
yeah, Instable.
Shoot, man, look, man, it was a couple of years ago. Who was it? Need put me onto that, and I'm gonna be honest with you, loved it, love at first sniff. But after about 5 or 6 wearings, man,
Oh yeah.
that whiskey note became one that was just like, okay, the blend was great at first. Now it's good. Wore it a few more times. It's just kind of like, okay, I gotta wear this sparingly because
Was it the heat you think that's turning
it
that whiskey like
was
that?
because I was wearing it in the heat. But you ever eat something so much that eventually you get tired of it to a point where it disgusts you?
Yeah, yeah.
I think what happened was I was enjoying that fragrance so much that I wore it like every other day, and then all of a sudden it hit me. I was just like, yeah, I can't stand this.
And I think that's why I switch it. I might wear something probably 3 days in a row at the most, and then I switch it up just so that won't happen because I sit something on the shelf and let it collect dust for 3-4 months if that happens.
Yeah, that's what I'm having to do right now with Tobacco Rose. I think at one point I wore it. I loved it, spoke so highly of it, but then all of a sudden that acidic nature in it just got to.
Yeah.
It was just one day I wore it. I was like, yo, this doesn't smell like it used to. I hit that. What was that? That Shannon Sharp where he said, nope. But it's still a great fragrance. I still got it in my collection. I'm just gonna have to come back to it.
Oh yeah, there's definitely, and that's the great thing about having such a um, vast collection because it gives you the opportunity to not get tired, of certain scents. It gives you that ability to just switch it up because I'm like that with Kute. I have to wear Kute sparingly. Penny,
Yeah, man.
Penny Puller. Who what was that? That
Rich
wasn't
Money
Fred.
Cash. Shout
I was
out
about to say,
Rich Money Cash.
bruh, when he's in y'all live chats, he has me dying.
Oh yeah.
Always.
Yeah, that boy is a fool. That boy is a
Our
true.
boy T, he said Tobacco Rose was a catch and release for him.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna give it one more shot when things start to cool down a little bit. But if it's not where I want it to be, and my preference as far as like what I'm willing to wear, because I got some more hitters over here.
Oh yeah.
I'm definitely gonna have to release it to the wild. It may go on a trip. I won't send it to Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they'll appreciate it out there, but I might send it to Colorado, maybe Russia, Madagascar,
Okay, okay.
Canada, maybe something like that.
Is it on me? Is it on you?
I think it's on me, man. Let me go ahead
Okay.
and get to this. All right. Look, I could talk about so many from this house, but I choose not to. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm only going to talk about one. And this is the one that I've been talking about for a while. Put several people in the community up on this, man. If you've ever smelt it, got your nose on it, you'll understand why I was raving about it. Um, Comes from the house of my guy, Luke Sullivan,
Okay.
house of the Elemental Fragrances. All right.
I've heard of that line. I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, yeah. Great. Great brand. This was the first one that I smelt and the first one that I bought. Met Luke out here at a meet and greet where he was at the Scent Room over here in
Okay.
Dallas, and man, smelt this and fell in love with it. Shared the conversation. Now that's my guy. That's my dude. You know what I'm saying? Every time I go to New York, I gotta go holler at him. And he has a new line coming out that he sent to me and
Okay.
Cool. So we're gonna see what's up. But let me get to this one though. This one right here, when I smelt it, beautiful. Had to have it. I told him for months it's gonna be my first purchase. Took me months to get it. It's got a nice little price tag on it.
Okay.
But I won't lie, it's well worth it. All right.
That's
And
all that matters.
yeah, and for those who want to know, there are still a little bit of his on some discounters. Hit me up if you want to know. DM me. I'm not going to put it out on YouTube. But
I got you. Definitely hit me.
this right here, man, this was the first one I smelled, first one of my loves from the house. And this is easily worn by a lot of females in the community, especially in my Instagram community. It is Cashmere Sex, my boy.
Okay.
Man,
Okay.
let me tell you what we get in here.
I'm about to say, is it a little creamy? I know it gotta have some cashmere in there with the name of cashmere. It gotta.
Okay. I was about to say, don't get too nasty on your own show, baby.
Hey,
Anyway.
oh no. We gonna keep it fragrance on the YouTube. On the YouTube, we gonna keep it fragrance.
Yeah, man. No, it is creepy to a point where it has it has some density to it. It definitely is a thicker fragrance, man. I mean, but honestly, it's not so dense that you can't wear it in the heat. I just wouldn't recommend that you spray too much. But man, I'm telling you right now, bro. All right, check out the notes, man.
What is it?
Wild berries, almost like a blend, a fruit medley, a berry medley. You know, like those, what is those Minute Maid drinks where they have the berry blend or the
Yeah.
wild berries? It's like that. You got fig,
I love me some
honeysuckle,
fig.
white musk, jasmine, plum, and amber. Yeah, that
Plum.
plum and that wild berries is crazy,
Plum.
crazy good.
Okay. I love plum when it's done right. Plum fragrance, when not done right, truly is a turn off. But when done right, plum is one of the most beautiful fruity notes in fragrance. So
Most definitely. Now let me ask you something. I gotta ask this though, Jay. What fragrance have you smelled where the plum wasn't done right?
um I would have to go through these decants. It's one of them over here in this damn decant shelf where it was, yeah, like it. I guess I was expecting it to be, more dominant and I guess more of a juicy plum, and I guess it was more of a um, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a plum right before it's ready to be picked, like right before it's ripe, and it was kind of dry. So I don't know.
Okay.
It was just a little off putting. I have to find the deacon, and we chop it up. I'll let you know.
Well, let me tell you about this, man. The wild berries definitely come in here. They bring a acidic nature in that. They make it a little tart. Okay.
Okay.
The fig definitely adds to that, and which is really good for that. And then the plum comes in, adds a little depth, adds a little sweetness. But you ever bit into a plum and smelt it afterwards?
Yeah.
That's the style of plum this is. It's a
Okay.
not too ripe, but a in season, not too ripe, where the plum is just soft, where you can bite into it. The texture is just right, soft. The skin, or the should I say the insides of the plum, is more like a darker orange and a red, where it's not too ripe. Man, I'm telling
Okay.
you, beautiful, juicy plum, juicy berries in here. The fig comes in and it kind of plays off of that sweet and tartness. Of course, you get the amber in there on the dry down that makes it a very sensual fragrance. That's one of the things that Luke does wonderfully. All right, and then of course you got the white musk that leaves it a little light, doesn't make it too dense. All right. And then you got jasmine and honeysuckle. Honeysuckle is going to add to the sweetness. All right. It's going to add to a fruity sweetness at that. You know what I'm saying? Almost something more naturalistic as opposed to just throwing sugar in there. And
Yeah.
then, of course, the jasmine gives it a softer presence along with that white musk. I don't really get a floral presence in here, but jasmine sometimes can act like lavender or something like that, and it can soften things. So I think that's more or less what it was. Yeah.
I got you. The fig in there, does it come off kind of greenish, or is it more of like an earthy fig?
It's it's a little greenish, but it's more of a fruity fig.
Okay.
In that it blends in with the plum and the wild berries. You're not gonna really get a fig, no. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
So it
But you
wouldn't
can
be.
see where it plays with both of the main fruits. You know what I'm saying? And hey, one second, I'm sorry.
You
Shout out to
good?
Spitz, that plum confecture or plum confunction, whatever it is. I actually liked it. That was probably one of the first ones and the only one of the originals that I liked.
Mm,
But I know why you didn't like it. It's not juicy. The plum in there is not juicy. It's dry. And then the cigar, the tobacco that's in there is also dry. It's not for everybody. It's not. If you were expecting something fruity, juicy, anything similar to what I've described in these other fragrances, yeah, plum confunction is not for you. It's not. But it for me is good for what it brings, the dryness, like a dried out kind of a sun dried plum and whatnot.
okay.
But yeah, if you went in there thinking it was going to be some, not necessarily a prune, because prunes still can be juicy. No, dry, and that there is nothing to it except it's. I mean, I can't even explain it. You have to really smell it. It's a dry plum, dried out, almost like a raisin, but it's a plum, and then the tobacco is dry. It I mean, it literally smells like a tobacco leaf almost, or should I say a tobacco roll? If you take a cigar and you cut it open and you leave the cigar, the outside in the heat, that's what it smells like. That and a dry plum. So it's not for everybody. It definitely I definitely talked to plenty of people that weren't liking it, but it is good.
Rockboy T says, "Have you tried the Louis 15 from Jar Jar with the champagne and plum?" It's a banger. It's a banger. Like Rockboy, I don't know how you feel about it.
Hey, Rock Boy, my guy, my guy, shout out to Raph. All right, send me a decant of it. Wore it a couple of days. Didn't even take me 3 days to wear it, and knew I was going to buy it.
I I got a nice little dent in it already.
I ain't even gonna lie. I gotta sit it up here with the rest of my Zerjobs. And but yeah, man, had to get it. Shout out to Rab. Shout out to my boy Will, who also told me heavily about it, man. Hey,
Jason put me onto it. He had a decant of it on one of y'all live streams. I had to hit him up and ask him, what it was. And
yeah,
surprisingly, I didn't know it wasn't released at the time because I went to Neiman's and it was asking about it. He was like, "You wouldn't be happen to talking about such and such," and I was like, "I don't know the name of it." And then Jason had just hit me back while I was there, and he was like, "Yeah, that comes out on Wednesday," and he let me
yeah,
smell it, and I was like, "Don't worry, I'll be back."
yeah,
And that's one of the ones I bought retail. Like
yeah.
you said, make friends.
Now I'm with Spence to a degree. I don't really get a strong champagne. I do get um, champagne in the sense that it does kind of fizzle off the skin. It does kind of pop, but it's not. The thing about it too that also sold me on it was wearing Betty Says pop champagne. All right, wearing those two together. One of the days I wore and I re-upped on it with the Betty Says pop champagne, and it
Yeah.
just really, really went together well. I mean, I was in a hell of a scent bubble, and I could smell both of them. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
it does give a like Spence said in there. Yeah, lots of wood. He said almond vines. I would get something a little dry, like almost like a dry. But what the point that I get in the champagne is really that it reminds me almost like a Pinot Grigio or something like that, like a white wine.
Okay.
More so, almost like a dry wine, more so than a champagne.
He said it reminds him of Richwood in some aspects. For me, I got like a fizziness. It wasn't necessarily champagne. It was just like a fizziness to the
Yeah,
scent profile, and that's what I equated to the champagne note that I enjoy. I actually got an order from Fetty coming in. I'm not sure pop champagne is in it or not, but I did plan on getting it simply to wear with that fragrance. So I'm gonna
oh,
definitely
it's a
have to
banger.
try that combo.
It's a nice combo, man. You're gonna like it. But like I said, I get the little fizzle, the little effervescence, a little bit of it that gives it that I guess an essence of champagne, but more so from the notes. Like Spence said, I do kind of get like dry woods, and I kind of get like a dry wine note. Almost, it almost feels kind of dry wine. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can see that.
You know, so yeah, but it's really good. All right, it is something that I would wear in a particular situation. Definitely got to be dressed up. I can't just wear this anywhere. Well, I'll be honest with you. I can wear this wherever the hell I want to. But typically, if someone were to ask me where would I typically wear it, I definitely prefer to be dressed up. But Yeah, I spent so many days in the warehouse. I'll wear this shit for sure. I'll wear this wherever.
That's pretty much how I become. Like certain fragrances, I still only wear certain situations, but most time I'm in the truck.
Yeah.
And if I want to smell a certain fragrance and just enjoy my
Yeah.
wearing experience with it, I'm gonna wear it. Like the other day,
Yeah.
it's 100 degrees. Well, not 100, like 97 degrees. You wouldn't have guessed what I wore. I wore Mentor
Hey, but
because
Mentor
I
is
was
beautiful. That's the one with the plum, right?
yeah, plum caramel.
Shit.
Um,
Don't tempt me.
hey,
Wait, did you get the full bottle? Boy, what the heliante? All right. Hey, I need to get
had
that.
to
I ain't gonna lie to you. I smoke.
like right. I got three for Mind Games. Old Factory was doing a sale, $100 off. So I mean the sale ain't going on no more. So tenfold. But um, yeah, I was in the truck. I'm in a climate control environment. So I was like, man, I want to enjoy this fragrance, this scent profile. I'm
Yeah,
going to wear it.
there you go. What up, Percy? What's
Catch
going
up with the
on, my
chat
guy?
real quick. William says, for some reason, fragrances really pops in and pops off my skin.
Oh
That's
yeah,
a that's
that's a hell of a spice. It should. Will, you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Especially now that you pause. You know what I'm saying? You moisturizing your body, greasing your body, putting that body oil on there. Hey, it's going. The spices are naturally gonna pop now, especially when it's well moisturized skin. For real.
What's going on? Percy said, was good, fellas. Send of the day, Mango Ooh from Gritty. That's another house. I said I know eventually want to get my nose on.
Yeah, I got to get in there too. There's one that one of the guys I work with was raving about. I was like, "Did you smell?" He was like, "No," but I read the notes. I was like, "Man, what the hell is this dude talking about?" I went and read the notes. I was like, "Oh, wait a second, he might be on to something." And
Okay.
hopefully, I'll be able to get a little decant of it. But I'm gonna hold off on saying the name for now. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I got you. Hey Spence, I ain't got $1 to give. I'm gonna catch me a steal when I can catch me a steal. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the fourth one on my list. Uh,
Okay.
it also comes from my favorite fragrance house. For those who know, it's Argos, and this fragrance right here, you got beautiful peach, beautiful raspberry, some rose. Everybody knows that watch my videos. Rose is my favorite note. You got some chocolate, Birth of Venus. Like this right here is just simply
How you get the small one, Tay? How you let me get the big one? You got the small one. This is darn near the best one in
because
the
when
house.
I first got it, I thought it was going to be too feminine for me. So I was like, let me get the small one just in case. And then I realized I've been buying the smaller bottles more often now just because I have so many. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I'm not going to go, if it's something I don't think I'm going to go through the whole bottle of, I get the 30 ml or 50 ml if it comes in on 100 ml or 50. I've been getting the smaller ones just because I know I'm aware. I wear literally everything in my collection. It's not down to my designers. I literally try to wear everything. Try to keep switching it up. But the full note breakdown on Birth of Venus, you got peach, orange blossom, grapefruit, bergamot, raspberry, chocolate, rose, jasmine, narcissus, amber, um, that miso sandalwood that Kristen is very known for,
Yep.
vetiver, and cashmere wood. And man,
That dry down is something nice, boy. It's something awfully nice.
when I tell you this is intoxicating, like my old lady at the time, Oh yeah, this is my second bottle, by the way. At the time, between when we first got it, we killed this bottle.
Okay.
So, bruh, this is just intoxicating. Like we when we talk women's signature scents, if a woman wants to be the it girl, put that shit on. You put that on top of, you step out, put that on top of putting that shit on, going outside.
Hmm.
Hey, I can't say nothing to you. You got it. That's like Argo's Christian. He, as they say in he did his big one when he
Yeah.
made that one. As much as I love Adonis Awakens, that right there is still in my top four from now. Like it's
I'll
just
tell you
amazing.
this: Christian has definitely been stepping up his blending. Okay, let me say that. Everybody swears by Triumph Box. Triumph Box is towards the bottom of the ones that I've gotten. And I've got like 8 of them.
Yeah.
All right,
I
and
get
I've
that.
got 7. I've got 7, and it's towards the bottom of the 7 that I have, brother. And
It's the
but
middle of the pack for me.
yeah, I mean, as much as I like that white peach and it stood out, it just wasn't coming together on my skin like I wanted it to. But Birth of Venus definitely shook the community. What was the other one? The one with the amber, the cinnamon,
Sacred
uh,
Flame.
Sacred Flame definitely shook it up. I love that blend. I'll even give it, even though I haven't bought it yet, and I still have intentions to. Um, what was it? Was it Nehemiah? No, not Nemean Lion. It was the other one, the leather one that you sent me.
Uh
It wasn't Nemean Lion. It was
Sharon's Veil, Sharon's Veil.
Sharon Vale. Sharon. Yeah.
Yeah.
That right there was really nice for leather. All right. The way it was blended, I think that the leather was well blended in there. It was
I
much better
agree.
done. It was a smoothness to it, including all the way through the drive down, to the dry down. Yeah, like I said, Christian has stepped up his ability, or I don't want to say that. Christian has stepped up his blending. The fragrances, you can tell that they are getting better over time and with experience. And I look forward to everything that he's bringing to the forefront now. I just hope that he doesn't start slacking off like some of the other brands have. Once they get big and whatnot, they start giving us just general stuff. I hope he
Yeah.
doesn't go in that direction because so far he's just elevated himself and his brand and his fragrances from one bottle to the next.
He I honestly, have you tried the two newest ones? I know you said you had La Primavera. Did you ever get your nose on the Neptune Trident?
Yeah, I definitely have to wear it again. They were pretty good. Um, the thing about them was like La Primavera is a rose, it's good. It's a kind of a greenish rose or whatnot. But
Yeah.
I think it's good. I gotta wear it again. I don't want to give any like real thoughts because I don't want to lean one way or the other without knowing for sure. But they were good blends. I just don't know if it was a blend for me. That's really what it is. They weren't, it wasn't anything like they took a step back in blending or took a step back in the fragrances. I'm still trying to decide if the actual fragrance is for me.
And that's how I felt about La Primavera as well. And that's why, I have it. I didn't sell it anything. I wear it sparingly. It's definitely going to be a super situational fragrance for me. Like, I let my mom wear it when she was down here. She enjoyed it, but she said it was a little bit too strong for her. So I was like, well, I'm gonna keep it because I can definitely see, um, myself wearing in certain situations.
Actually, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. And I
And
think Dame is, said that Neptune's Trident definitely coming home. It's good. It's good. It's a nice little aquatic base, aromatic blue in a sense. I like it. I gotta wear some more. I got a decant of it when I purchased my La Primavera. I gotta wear it again to see where it takes me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the tea really comes out on my skin, and I really enjoy it on rainy days, and not necessarily the super high heat days, but maybe the summer nights and like those warm, like kind of muggy days. The tea in is really fresh,
For sure.
uplifting.
Hmm.
Dame said he got a 200 ml Alacor a day, and he got about 90 left. That's crazy, T. That's crazy. What you doing? You doing 10, 15 sprays?
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. I smelt that La Corday. It's a good fragrance, but I'm like Cuba knows. All right. There is a cardboard, almost wet brown bag smell in the midst of it on my skin,
Okay.
or it's one that I'm picking up. Not to say that it's there on everybody, but it was there on me, and it was a little too much. You know what I'm saying? I had to walk away from it. But I've heard so many people speak so highly of it, but it just didn't do it for me. You know what I mean? My chemistry was
Man,
not one that went well with it.
like for me, when I smelled it, I was like, "It's cool," but I didn't need it. Like it was a great. I didn't get awareness for it. I just smelled it on my hand in the store. I actually smelled it in the airport. Um, and when I smelled it, so I sprayed it on my hand, and I was smelling it while I was on the plane, and it was good, but it didn't make me want to know go buy a sample and wear it, some more. Or but I understood what people was coming from, when they talked about it for sure.
Yeah,
They said cardboard,
for
nah,
sure.
not for me. William said he has Wulong Cha X, and that's good enough for him. The X is
That'll
cool. It wasn't different enough from the original for me to get the X, but I do enjoy the DNA of Wulong Cha. Dame said I get a lemon tea and it's way stronger than I thought. Definitely can go nose blind to it. I can definitely see that. I can
okay.
see that.
Okay.
We got one more, and we actually perfect timing because we rounding out close to an hour and a half, so it's about perfect timing for me. We both got one more. What you got?
Well, at first I was going to do another one from the House of the Elemental, but its notes are kind of similar, even though the fragrance is obviously different. It's a
Okay,
plum, it involves a plum note, but I decided no, because if you understand cashmere sex, then you'll understand late late night, or you'll understand night sex, which is another plum fragrance as well. Then I almost went ahead and did Dates Delight, which is a favorite from the House of Oud from mine. Uh,
okay.
it has the dates in there, very sweet. Typically, it would lean feminine, but I decided to nix all that and go back to my favorite house. All right, the House
Let's
of Zerk,
go.
and I decided to talk about another note outside of plum and date that has really been making some waves in the community. All right, and that is from the House of Zerjov. All right, we got La Capitale.
I heard of that one.
Oh yeah. Oh, let me get in there. There we go. And what you get in here is strawberry, caramel, peach, labdanum, leather, amber, saffron, ginger, rose, bourbon, vanilla, and benzoin. All right. Now,
Okay.
let me go ahead and put in there, man. Oh, yeah. You're going to pick up that strawberry instantly. All right. It's a thick strawberry. It has some depth to it, some body. Definitely deep. You pick up the caramel. The peach is well blended in, but that strawberry is definitely the main note, the main focus. All right. In the blend, it is very beautiful, but strawberry is there. All right.
I'm
Get the
uh
labdanum and put to add a different type of texture to it, along with
okay.
the leather. Leather provides a density,
I was
a
just about to
thickness to
say,
it
ask if the leather was no, just a more of a body or
to give
texture
it some
type
body.
thing.
Yep. The amber is there to give it a little deepness, a little. it makes it a little sweet, but a little darker, a little deeper.
Okay.
Of course, you got the caramel in there. The rose don't really pick up on much of the florals. You get the saffron because it provides. I think it gives it a little spice, maybe. Maybe adds to the depth from the leather as well. But I think it also gives a little subtleness to it, being that it's still of a floral nature, so it does kind of soften it up a little bit. But of course, you got the bourbon vanilla and the benzoin to add to the sweetness and the underlying in the base of it.
Yeah.
Beautiful fragrance. Definitely one that I will probably see more women buy this than men. But I picked this up. I looked up. I think I picked this up around the same time that Tazo got his bottle.
Okay.
And yeah, man, he raves about it. I tell you, I love it. I've worn it a handful of times. Don't need a lot of sprays. I've worn it in the summer, so 3 or 4 sprays is good enough. But you do see a dent there. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, beautiful. I'd recommend it to any woman that wants a good quality strawberry leaning fragrance, but also wants something a little seductive, a little sensual as well. There is
Okay.
there is a certain amount of sensuality in here. All right, but I definitely like the blend. Zerjoff did their thing with this, and yeah, get your nose on it.
And you got about three of them that you mentioned that I wanna get my nose on. It seemed like
Yeah, man.
two, if not three of them, all of them had leather in them, and I kind of pushed them off because I'm thinking the leather might be a little prominent in it. So that's another one I'm gonna have to, get my nose on it
Yeah, no,
and see
definitely
what it's
get you.
hitting for. Tay said I gotta come on. I'll be up there whenever I'm needed. Whenever I'm needed, I'll definitely be up there. They know where to find me. Jim's got my number. Talk to Jason. Talk to E. Kroom. They know where to find me whenever uh they ready for me to come. I'll be there. White boy T said
We gotta keep to our darn schedule. Hell, we can't even commit to once a week right now. Shoot, hell, love to, but man, look,
White boy T,
life
he
is
said
life.
he got the cardboard note too and sent it to Puerto Rico.
See,
Hey, it's a couple of friends that's got sent to Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? Unisex. That's a good. Smith said that was a definitely good unisex fragrances. Pushes Amber Strong.
I can see where he gets the amber. Yeah, I can't. I think on my nose, I can't really tell if it's amber or the vanilla that I'm picking up. Maybe the benzoin, because I know benzoin mimics vanilla, but a little sweeter at times. So I really can't push which one is really taking the uh, the forefront of the sweetness. But yeah, I can see where he gets that though for sure.
Dame said it might be the initial spray, like in Monkey Special, when he gets the smell is he smelled the heavy patchouli. He came back to it, and he barely got the patchouli. So that happens sometimes. That definitely happens. That's why sometimes you got to sit it down, and come back to it. It'd be like that.
What up, Kay? Shout out to Kay, man. Haven't
Oh
seen her
yeah,
chatting in a little bit. I think I caught her
yeah.
one time over there on Tazos. But yeah, what up, Kay?
Shout out to Kay. She definitely one of the ones that's always here when I go live, always showing support. She said a son of the day is House of Destiny. She's sampling that. How you liking it so far? I haven't tried that house. Talk to me.
Oh yeah, that's that Max Aroma brand. And shout out to Kay too. I may be mistaken, but if I'm not, uh I think let me know, Kay. Were you proposing or were you on the verge? Which girl? I can't remember exactly, man. It's been so many things going on, but I couldn't remember if she was proposing or whatnot. I don't know, but shout out to her.
Definitely
Let
shout
me know.
out to Kay. Smith said he gets more of the vanilla in that
Mia
one.
Couture. Yeah, and that's that girl. That's that girl. What you call it? Oda Erica. That's our girl. She loves that.
She said it's really good. She's debating on getting where it go. debating to get the full bottle. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into my last one. Uh, it was actually on a video that I did recently for Women's Signature Scents, so that's why I saved it for last. Like I said in the video, I think for women so far this is the scent of the year, in my opinion. Release of the year, I should say, for women, and from the house, Zahara Bizon. Like this fragrance, like you can be not attractive and pull somebody just because of this fragrance. Like the juice has a natural, like playful flirtatiousness, like vibe coming off from it. Let me pull up the notes real quick. Like when I wear it, it does lean feminine in my opinion, but me, I don't care. If I like the juice, I like the juice. But you get notes of clementine, pineapple, peach, pear, iris, freesia, peony rose, amber, patchouli, bourbon vanilla, sandalwood, musk, and moss. I really don't get too much of the mossiness. The fruits in here, they're well blended. You really can't pinpoint any one of them besides maybe the peach and the clementine.
Yeah.
The freesia really freshens this up and keeps it well balanced. The bourbon vanilla gives it a richness to the scent profile. The amber gives it the body. The sandalwood gives it the balance along with the freesia. Now, like I said, it is a somewhat playful, flirty vibe to this. And this is similar to Birth of Venus when I said this is seductive, it's attractive, it's gonna get attention.
So
Like
tell me something. First of all, our boy T wants to know the longevity. What do you get?
I get that's one thing I will say. I only get about 5.5, 6 hours on my skin, but I wore it in the super high heat when I wore it. I'm not
Okay.
sure how it would be, indoors, but in the super high heat, I got about, like I said, 5.5, 6 hours before, I really had to look to smell it.
Now, being that you said in the high heat, I won't lie. Sometimes when you got fruits and certain florals, that heat helps the projection. You might have gone nose blind
Probably.
because when I read those notes on there and whatnot, I mean, I like Zahara. Y'all already know I always gotta prompt things with this. You know what I'm saying? I got several Zaharas back there. All right, quite a few. All right, so I know they make a good fragrance. Okay, but uh, some of the deeper, especially the way that those notes were sounding, that they were blended together. I would think that sometimes the heavier ones, I go nose blind to them. As a matter of fact, that what was that black rose that they had?
Yeah.
That might be one I might have to go ahead and cop another bottle. I sold it, but I might have to cop another bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But even that one would go nose blind because it's a darker, heavier rose. And so when I wore it in the heat, especially working where I was working,
Yeah.
wearing dress clothes, sometimes a suit to teach and whatnot, it would do that to me. So it could. I was just saying that it could be that too, depending. But with those notes, I would think it would last for longer than 5.5, 6 hours.
Like you
I
said,
would think so.
I could have went nose blind to it. Like I said, the actually every time I wore it, it's been outside. So granted, I've gotten compliments with it. Maybe I'm gonna be in the truck tomorrow. Maybe I'll wear it tomorrow and and actually try to test the longevity, see how long I can get it, because I've heard, like you said, other people say they get great longevity on it. But we do go nose blind. I can say that might have been uh, what happened there with that fragrance. But
And just
but
just just assumption, a proposal. I will say this, Shout out to Zahara. I gotta get a sample of that. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a couple of samples of some of the newer ones. Byzantine is still one that he still sells, right?
Which one?
The one that you got. What's the name of it?
Bison, the one I just talked about,
Is
or
it Bison or
the one I just
that's what it's called? Bison?
yeah, the one I just showed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
Bison.
peach one. The peach and the fruity one.
Yes, peach, clementine, pear.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give me a little sample of that, man. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
it's like that, Chief. It likes it. Kay said, it might have been her engagement
Yeah,
video.
man. Shout out to Kay, man. Congratulations and
Oh
everything.
yeah, salute to
Yeah, I think that's
the.
what Will was gonna chime in. Will. I see Kate was talking about the Game of Joy, her favorite from the house of this song. But yeah, that boy Will got a bottle and he loves it.
I'm strolling through the comments now. I'm trying to get
Uh,
to it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where did it go? Appreciate it. Yeah, Dame was right too. The longevity definitely, depends on the fragrance. With most of them, for the most part, I get great longevity. It ain't. I think the only one that's less than 6 hours, 5 6 hours, is Citrine for me. That's literally everything else.
You got how many hours?
I said get less than 5 6 hours.
Oh, okay, because I got a bottle. No lie, I'm about to start wearing the hell out of it. But I'll be honest, man,
Like Citrine is the only one I get less than that 5 6 hours marks from. Everyone else is pretty good longevity for me.
yeah, okay, okay, nice, nice.
Kay says Game of Joy is my favorite from the house. I heard that one was good. Granted, I only smelled three of them so far, but Game of Joy goes from femme leaning to masculine in the dry down. That one meal. Okay. I can rock with that if it goes from femme to masculine.
Yeah, it makes sense. Dry down one or over.
Spence said he has a nice Woollerman in one. William says Game of Joy, just not paying that price right now.
Makes sense. Max aroma with the upcharge.
Dame said Citrine was the only Zahar that didn't agree with his skin. He don't know what it is. The opening is beautiful.
And stole the utter truth, boy. That right there.
Hey, Spence said leather tobacco gives you 6 days of life.
Leather tobacco is a leather fetish fragrance. It's for dudes who like being around dominatrixes. You know what I'm saying?
I've
Look,
had this bottle for forever, and you see how small I'm trying to hold it straight that dent is because I wear maybe one or two sprays when I do decide to wear this because it's overly powerful. Like
look,
my God,
look. You know, I do sense and sounds. Every time I see that bottle, the only thing I can think of is, I don't want no whips and chains, but you get because that right there, just has me thinking about getting tied up wearing nothing but leather. What was that? What was that in Pulp Fiction? Remember where he had the gimp?
hmm
You remember what the gimp was wearing? An all leather suit with a ball
yes,
in it.
sir.
That's what I think about when I hear leather tobacco. That's what I think about. I be
And
thinking,
I bought
wearing this, man. That's exactly how I picture you at home wearing it, with a ball in your mouth and nothing but leather on with some assless chaps.
I got that fragrance. I knew I didn't love leather, but I end up enjoying. I still don't like the opening of leather tobacco, but I enjoy the dry down, and that's why I still kept it. But Rock Boy T said he put on 20 sprays of Coco Loco and it's gone in 4 hours. And like Jim said, you might be going nose blind.
No, you
Coco,
definitely knows one.
I about to say because Coco is thick and no pun intended, as thick and as creamy as Coco Loco is, it it does last.
You doing your stream no justice, Tay. You
Hey,
you saying all this, and then Rock Boy T has an avatar of Diddy with holding a bottle of baby oil.
Hey,
What Shannon Sharp say?
I,
I'm not gonna do
I ain't gonna go there.
it.
Spence, I'm guessing he talking about that leather to back. He said it's hard to wear. He ain't rocking with it.
I'm
Leather
telling
fetish
you.
is crazy. On the other hand, where did it go? It just strolled up. On the other hand, new notes, erotica mineral. Mm,
Nice. Mm.
okay.
I check it out. I've never heard of that one
Me either. Try to get to the bottom of this before we shut it down.
already.
Dame said 20 sprays is Wild Rock Boy. Hey, I'm just saying, if you smell Coca Loco, you know it's a fleshy, creamy coconut fragrance. It is what it is. You got to describe it how you describe it.
Thought you was about to double down on that thick and
It it is a heavy fragrance. How about that?
yeah,
Instead of thick, let's say a heavy fragrance.
yeah. There we go. That's less crazy. Yeah. But yeah, but no. Definitely, man. Look, she said, "Well, she ain't gonna pay that price herself." She said, "I'm excited to add it to my list." But where y'all, hey, hey, that's how we know you're really part of the community, Kay. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that come in here and they talk about they had a list and there's some fragrances on there that they've had on the list for like 2. I still got Royal Tobacco on my list. You know how long I've had that on there, Tay? You know how many times I've passed up buying it?
you just you
Three
just missed
years.
the can what is it? Fragrance Bar just had a sale. They had that at a pretty solid price up there.
Solid. I want it for where I saw it last year. All right.
Okay.
$240 is solid. But I saw it for like 180.
Yeah, okay. I'm about to say I don't remember what I saw it for, but I know if it's something I'm looking for and it's above $300-400 and I can find it under 250, I'll pull the trigger on it. But yes, Spence, fleshy, like the actual flesh of the coconut. That's the vibe you get with Coco Loco. You don't get the sunscreen, no style version of coconut. You get the actual flesh of the coconut.
Oh my. I need to go to Beauty Live. Sounds like.
Dang, what Rock Boy T say? Dang, the new note that smells like orange candy mean is at the
Mhm.
spot. Okay. Talking amongst ourselves. Mm, 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 mm.
Yeah, they over here talking about how you violated all in one description of a fragrance, but yeah.
Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. And you can do the Shannon Sharp all you want. It's still Lakers in five. Still Lakers in five. But man, this definitely was a great stream. I definitely appreciate you jumping on with me. To give the ladies out there a couple more recommendations just to you know explore the horizon. Give them some other fragrances to check out instead of their typical ones that they wear. And we definitely gotta figure out a time to do this again, find another topic, but
For sure.
definitely.
Hold on one second though, Tay. We got Kay. Go ahead, because I know she
Oh,
came in a little bit late, but we can answer
oh
her.
yeah,
What's the newest fragrances everyone added to their collection? Panel and chat. Do you have two recents?
yeah, I do. Give me 1 second to grab um the first one is right here. Limonada from Narco Oasis.
Okay.
Beautiful. That what it is, that porthole um God of Fire style DNA. Kind of laid back on the mango though, in my opinion, but still a great juice. Like Claude, the perfumer for Zaharos, also perfumes all of Narcotica's um, fragrances. He's he's becoming more and more one of my favorite master perfumers. It's blended, you know, great, great fragrance, perfect for the summertime pool. And
Yeah.
if you got one, I'm gonna look for the other one, trying to find it that I got recently. Where is it?
You go ahead. Let me grab my two, and I got one.
I got you. Where did I put the bottle? I got. No, it wasn't that. Mm-mm. I've been doing a lot of sampling. Oh, it was
Yeah.
actually, I was. It was Bison.
Okay.
Bison and was the last two full bottles that I bought. The rest, probably about the last month and a half, has been a bunch of samples. The
Mm.
last two full bottles was those two. I got some on the way, but those two were definitely the last two. What you got for us, James?
Well, I'll tell you this. You already saw the Louis 15, right? So
Yeah.
that's always. Shout out to E. Kroon, my guy. All right. Got that Mario. Wait. What is it? Yep. Simone Andre. All right. That Malibu party in the Bay.
Okay.
Picked up that one. And shout out to my girl Chantel Clark, SC World Traveler. We met up a few weeks ago. Got a chance to do a fragrance exchange in a sense. Not really exchange. I guess we just were able to sample. And she put me in touch with the Marley brand fragrance. All right,
Mm,
which is under the Michael Malone umbrella. And
okay.
I was able to pick up Marley fragrance right here, Simmer Down, beautiful, and Place of Peace. All right. Place of Peace is by far my favorite at this point. Nice tea note. It's actually my favorite tea fragrance at this point that I've ever smelled. Yeah. And you know
Okay.
my MFK Aqua Media, but
Yeah.
this tea note right here, it really is a place of peace. It really does calm me down. Seriously. Did a little short video that she tagged me in that where she interviewed me and whatnot, and I talked about it. But definitely a beautiful one. Simmer Down, however, hold on one second. Yeah, Simmer Down is, and well, first of all, yeah, the other one has that Earl Grey tea, clary sage, agave, lime blossom, jasmine sambac, patchouli, white musk, and woody notes. Beautiful fragrance.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
beautiful.
sound alright.
No, it's
That
beautiful.
sound alright, Chief.
Yeah, and then this Simmer Down is really nice. A little
You said
vibrant.
this is Marley brand?
Marley fragrance. Yep. This
Okay.
has star apple, all right, bergamot, cardamom, all right, pear blossom, cinnamon leaf, amiris, all right, amberwood, sandalwood, and garjon balsam. All right. It's definitely good.
Oh, I might have to try that house. I remember you talking about it a while. I think it was doing. It might have been doing Black Owned Fragrance Week. I'm not sure. Uh,
Talked about it with Chantel did a review over it, and I think I shared it and just put a couple of comments on there.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm not even about to try to pronounce this fragrance that Smith just said. But
Akigala. Akigala Mandarino.
yeah, Akiala Mandarin
Yeah.
was, was launched in 2024. Top notes of Mandarin, apple, raspberry. Middle notes are jasmine, freesia. I'm starting to like freesia in fragrances as well. Lily of the Valley base notes are agarwood and amber. That sounds like summertime vibes.
Really good.
Summertime vibes. Kate said her newest fragrance is Ramon Monegal All Night Long. Only one I've tried from the house is the Isla Blanca, I think it is. That's the only one I tried from the house. From that house. How was that one, Kay? Let me know.
It's really good, man. I got the other two. Well, I got two of the other ones between that and Flower Power. Those are the two that I want to get as well all night long. I had a little 5 mil decant of it. It's really good. My
Okay.
guy Will in the chat has a, I don't know if he has a decant or if he has a full bottle, but he smelled it too. He loves it. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
the what's the profile like on that?
Fruity, tropical, almost like a tropical drink in the on the beach. I guess what
Okay.
I'd say. But it's still
Says
pretty aromatic. It's not too dense, not too thick, but definitely a beautiful fragrance. I love it. You know,
I'm gonna have to get my nose on it. Spence
like
says his nose is Veteran, Imperial, Energizer, Monkey Special, and Dear Polly.
Dear Polly. Never heard of that one.
Nah, me either. What house is that from, Spence?
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Dang on comments skip down, but Kay said Limonade is on her list to sample at the moment. It's definitely worth a sample. Definitely worth a sample. Rockboy T said Party by the Bay is his latest pickup. Haven't tried that one either. This avatar is killing with the Diddy and the Baby.
Tell you,
uh,
Rock Boy T, man. If it ain't that one, then he's got the one that says the Diddler. I'm just like, yo,
Name said K fiance gonna want her to wear that lemonade all the time. He got it about 2 weeks ago. It's definitely pressure. Definitely pressure. Will said Gone a Goon is one of his latest pickups. It's like a Mandarin Must therapy. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Dang, well, yeah.
A lot of recent purchases that are really good in the chat, man. For real.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've been doing a lot of sampling that trying to think where is it? Is it in this box? Um the Passion Island from Mess Beaches. I've been really enjoying that one. The Carodic Heart from Juice Box. Definitely plan on getting a full bottle of that. And this right here deserves all the hype. The R&B from Janelle Gilly. I said probably next week I'm getting a full bottle of it.
Hey,
Like,
I'm gonna tell you, I've been wearing out my genre parfums, my shipment that I got in recently.
yeah,
Wearing those, beautiful. But mainly the last week, I think I've just been finding. I've been wearing my new fragrance oil. Shout out to Jay Chantel and Clear My Skin. All right.
okay.
I've been wearing her new fragrance oil that she got for me, and I've been trying to find little stuff to pair it up with. Like I said, I've been wearing it with what is it? Oh, right here, Replica Jazz Club. My bad,
Okay.
Jazz Club, and that Hidden Gems. You see it? I hope you see it. There we
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's coming
go.
through. It's coming through.
Yeah, and that Replica, that Jazz Club, it's been doing magic, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, when y'all drop, I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna be check it out. I'm definitely checking out. He said, "Dear Polly, that's the fragrance house." So Dear Polly is from. Uh,
Wilhelm Parfumerie. They're the ones who made the mango skin. I think they did something about Father's Day or whatnot. They got some really good fragrances. The thing is that they were pretty monotonous. Some of them
okay,
were, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about them. The two that I smelled, mango skin, and then the Father's Day, whatever that one was, I forgot which one it was, but the two I smelled were really good. Right? It just you know, some of the other ones were more basic, but they also, I don't know, they just didn't get a lot of love. Also because of longevity. Longevity was a killer too. Some of them just really didn't last for shit.
okay. And for me, most times, if I can get at least 4.5, 5 hours, I can rock with it because I don't mind being spraying. But if you can at least give me, 4 or 5 hours, then it can be, $30, and I'm just not gonna waste my money.
Right.
So, like, I try not to put too much, emphasis on, on the performance, but you got to
It
give me something.
matters. It matters. It does matter, to some degree.
Kay said, Gems, it smells like silver marble and ocean of midnight moon. I'm guessing she's talking about
I have not. Yeah, by Simone Andreoli. I have
yeah.
not, but I plan on getting my nose on the entire house. There's a couple of places. There's a new fragrance spot that I'm going to be doing some content at weekly. We've been working out a few things and whatnot down here, and
Okay.
the scent room also has the entire line, I believe. So I'm gonna go get my nose on it up there as well.
The serum you says they have that elemental line you talked about, correct?
The other place, not the. I think the scent room has a few, but this new place that I'm going to, and I'll put his information out there. Eventually, it's still working on some things, but yeah, he carries the entire line, I believe.
Let me know because I'm coming down there in August. Cause my man's got stationed at Fort Hood, and I
Okay.
ain't seen him. Yeah, I ain't seen him since we came back from being stationed in Japan together. So
Okay.
yeah,
You let me know, and I got you, bro. As a matter of
I
fact,
got
you let me know, and at that point, if we can go live at his place. That's pretty much what we're trying to work out. I'm
you.
gonna
Okay.
put some reviews and stuff in there, and use his stuff as a part of my platform. So
Oh yeah, that sounds like a good vibe for real.
yeah. Oh, and Spence put it out there. He told he said that it was the one I was talking about from Wilhelm Parfumery. It was To My Father. Yeah, it was good. I forget what the notes on that, but those were the only two I smelled, and I liked them both.
Okay. He said, and Jungle Escape
Jungle
as
Scape. I
well.
got to get my nose on that. And Tulum. Yeah, Tulum Jungle Scape. Got to check that out.
My boy T said he coming out there too soon, James.
All right, that's a bit. Holla at me, Rock Boy. But hey, leave the avatars at home. All right.
No bully. No bully. But hey, this was definitely, another great live in the books
For
talking
sure.
about fragrance. Something we can do damn near all day long. Chat, I definitely appreciate y'all for, coming out rocking with us. Appreciate the support. We can really y'all make the live streams. Being able, to converse back and forth with y'all, you know, definitely makes the live streams go, smoothly and make it even more enjoyable for us. What Dame say? Kept take overtime. And yeah, it happens. Sometimes we we get to talking and things just flow. I'm not mad. Hey, all I'm doing is getting on the road tomorrow. I get enough sleep regardless. I enjoy talking fragrance,
Yeah,
talking to y'all, Gems, the chat.
always.
You it's a pleasure to just be able, to talk about things that we enjoy and we all got in common. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. How I close it out. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Until the next live, next video. Continue to like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, peace and love. Blessings. Boom.